Right, evening. Better put some sound on. It's been about a month since I've done this, so you might have to bear with us a little bit. If you notice, we do have a little ghost. It's up in the canary cage up there. It is invisible though, so you might not see it.
Isn't that just a cage?
Yes, there's a ghost in it, can't see it.
Alright.
Okay, it's the Halloween quiz. There's 30 questions and 10 pictures, all loosely based around the Halloween theme. Let's see, we've got a few people playing so far. There's a slight delay in the start tonight. I've only just finished having my dinner, that's why. I've got a cup of tea, I haven't even got the boot out. The boot is all clean and ready though, so it will be making an appearance later. So to start with, we're going to do 10 general knowledge questions, all on the theme of Halloween. So question number 1. In a leap year, what date does Halloween fall on? So what date is Halloween in a leap year? I'll show you what I'm working with at the moment. I've actually typed the questions, which is it's new, I'll give it that. Trouble is, I've got the laptop control and I've got a mouse. Sometimes I mix the two up. When it appears. There we go. Hopefully you didn't see the answers because they're up there as well. I didn't think of that. Right, moving on to question number 2. On Halloween, what do children traditionally bob for? Question number 2. On Halloween, what do children traditionally bob for? Usually in a bucket of water. Question number 3. What are pumpkin lanterns supposed to scare away? Some call them jack-o'-lanterns, pumpkin lanterns, you know what I mean. What are the what's the purpose of them? What are they there to scare away? Say hello to Mama, she's playing. Question number 4. What is the day after Halloween known as? What do you call the day after Halloween? And I don't mean Sunday. The 1st of November. What's it known as? Oh. Hello John, Jay, Kieran. I haven't got Helen helping me today. She didn't feel it was quite right at the moment. So I've got to look at the messages myself. And no, John, I am not as late as Boris. Question number 5. On All Hallows Eve, also known as Halloween, what do some Christians refrain from eating? So question number 5. On All Hallows Eve, also known as Halloween, what do Christians refrain from eating? Or should I say, what do some Christians refrain from eating? I don't think it's as widespread as it used to be. Question number 6. The practice of guising on Halloween is a traditional custom of which British country? That's guising, G-U-I-S-I-N-G. The practice of guising on Halloween is a traditional custom of which British country? Question number 7. In the USA, Halloween is the highest grossing commercial holiday, second only to what? Question number 7. In the USA, Halloween is the highest grossing commercial holiday, second only to what? Happy birthday, Yvonne, for tomorrow. Question number 8. Witches are often portrayed as having what as a pet? Question number 8. Witches are often portrayed as having what as a pet? Question number 9. Which Hungarian-born magician and escape artist died on Halloween in 1926? Question number 9. Which Hungarian-born magician and escape artist died on Halloween in 1926? Finally for this round, question number 10. Traditionally made from expensive ingredients as spices, what type of cake is associated with Halloween? So, traditionally made from expensive ingredients and spices, what type of cake is associated with Halloween? It's not a birthday cake. Just thinking earlier, this cup, it was a Secret Santa present from the beer shack a couple of years ago. Still using it. And on another note, I think yes, here it is. Toilets of the World, A Spotter's Guide. That was also a secret Santa present from the beer shack. Coincidentally happened to be in the same place at the same time. Right, the next category is films, and we've got 10 questions on Halloween-based films. If we're all ready, I'll start with question number 11. The fictional character Michael Myers made his first appearance in which 1978 John Carpenter film? Hi Adrian, I've been told it's your birthday tomorrow as well, so happy birthday. Question 11. The fictional character Michael Myers made his first appearance in which 1978 John Carpenter film? Question number 12. What is the name of the bad guy who kills people in their dreams in Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street? Question number 12. What is the name of the bad guy who kills people in their dreams in Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street? Question number 13. To date, how many Friday the 13th movies have been made? Question 13. To date, how many Friday the 13th movies have been made? Question number 14. The character Norman Bates made his first appearance in which 1960 Hitchcock film? Hello Angela, I believe it's your birthday tomorrow. It probably isn't, and I've got a feeling someone might be winding me up, but in case it is, happy birthday. But once again, question 14. The character Norman Bates made his first appearance in which 1960 Hitchcock film? Number 15. Founded in 1934, which film company is famous for its Peter Cushing horror movies? Question 15. Founded in 1934, which film company is famous for its Peter Cushing horror movies? And on that note, I think that the boot should come out. Put the tea in the washing up, get the boot. Sorry about that. I've fetched my boot. As you can see, it's all nice and shiny clean. I've got some beer to go in it somewhere. First of all, we'll continue with question number 16, which is known by many as Father of the Zombie. Which American-Canadian director made the Night of the Living Dead film series? Now, this beer is Brewdog's version of Aldi Ale. Aldi did a version of Brewdog Ale, so Brewdog did an ale and branded it in the style of Aldi. It's actually not bad. You buy it at Aldi. So question 16 again. Known by many as Father of the Zombie, which American-Canadian director made the Night of the Living Dead film series? Pour it so you can see it. Just in case I made a mess of it, and then you can have a giggle. There we go. Not exactly a pint, but fill your boots. Moving on, question number 17. As well as never getting them wet, what should you never ever do to a mogwai? I don't have much space on this table. Now, there we go. Question number 17. As well as never getting them wet, what should you never ever do to a mogwai? Bright light. Question number 18. Complete the movie title. I Know What You Did Last. Question 18. Complete the movie title. I Know What You Did Last. Last what? Question number 19. Carol Ann is a child character from which 1982 ghostly horror film? Question 19. Carol Ann is a child character from which 1982 ghostly horror film? Oot. And finally for this round, question number 20. Goosebumps is a 2015 children's horror film based on what series of children's books? Question 20. Goosebumps is a 2015 children's horror film based on what series of children's books? Right, we're going to have a little tiny break now, and then I'll do the answers, and after that we've got a picture round and we've got a Marmite round. Didn't have time to do a music round, unfortunately. There was I think it was a Top of the Pops Halloween special on BBC Two last night. I was going to watch it, but in the end I didn't, so we don't have a music round. Okay, I shall be back in a moment. Right, I seem to be back. Didn't think it'd be long. What I'll do now is go through the answers to the first 20 questions. Then we've got a picture round coming up, and then there's the usual Marmite round, which of course is Halloween orientated. So question 1, in a leap year, what date does Halloween fall on? Well, that will be the 31st of October. It's on the same date all the time. So the answer to question 1 is the 31st of October. Question 2, on Halloween, children traditionally bob for apples. Number 2, on Halloween, traditionally children bob for apples. Number 3, pumpkin lanterns are supposed to scare away evil spirits. The answer to number 3 is evil spirits. Number 4, the day after Halloween is known as All Hallows Day. Question number 4, the day after Halloween is known as All Hallows Day. Question number 5. On All Hallows Eve, or also known as Halloween, some Christians refrain from eating meat. Not sure why. So question 5, on Halloween, some Christians refrain from eating meat. Number 6, the practice of guising on Halloween is a traditional custom of Scotland. It started around 1885, I think, with kids going door to door in a disguise asking for food or coins. Later became known as trick or treat in the USA. First reference to that was from 1911. So question number 6, the practice of guising on Halloween is a traditional custom of Scotland. And Ireland as well, but I did say which British country. Just made things easier, that's all. Question number 7, in the USA, Halloween is the highest grossing commercial holiday, second only to what? And that is Christmas. Which isn't too far away now. So question 7, in the USA, Halloween is the highest grossing commercial holiday, second only to Christmas. Number 8, witches are often portrayed as having a pet cat, a black one to be specific. So question 8, witches are portrayed as having a pet black cat. Cat's fine, black cat's fine. I suppose technically it should be a black cat, but I don't think I mentioned the colour in the question. And question number 9, which Hungarian-born magician and escape artist died on Halloween in 1926? That was Harry Houdini. Apparently he got punched in the belly a few days before. They thought he had appendicitis, but it wasn't. It was a burst pancreas or spleen or something, and it killed him. So the Hungarian-born magician and escape artist who died on Halloween in 1926 was Harry Houdini. And finally for that round, traditionally made from expensive ingredients and spices, the cake associated with Halloween is a soul cake. So the answer to number 10, traditionally made from expensive ingredients and spices, what type of cake is associated with Halloween? That's a soul cake. And moving on to the film round. Number 11, the fictional character Michael Myers made his first appearance in which 1978 John Carpenter film? That was Halloween. Question number 11, Michael Myers made his first appearance in the film Halloween. Number 12, the name of the bad guy who kills people in their dreams in Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street. That's Freddy Krueger with the razor hands. Question 12, what is the name of the bad guy who kills people in their dreams in Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street? That is Freddy Krueger. And question 13, to date, how many Friday the 13th movies have been made? It's 12. Question 13, to date, how many Friday the 13th movies have been made? The answer is 12. Number 14, the character Norman Bates made his first appearance in which 1960 Hitchcock film? That was Psycho. Question 14, the character Norman Bates made his first appearance in which 1960 Hitchcock film? It was Psycho. Question 15, founded in 1934, which film company is famous for its Peter Cushing horror movies? That's Hammer. I think they're still going today. It's one of the oldest surviving film companies in the world. Question 15, founded in 1934, which film company is famous for its Peter Cushing horror movies? That's Hammer. Apparently only 1/3 of all the films that they made were horror. Question number 16, known by many as Father of the Zombie, which American-Canadian director made the Night of the Living Dead film series? That was George A. Romero. George Romero will do, I suppose. So question number 16, known by many as Father of the Zombie, which American-Canadian director made the Night of the Living Dead film series? That was George A. Romero. Question 17, as well as never getting them wet, what should you never ever do to a mogwai? It's feed them after midnight, or they turn into them gremlin things. So question 17, as well as never getting them wet, what should you never ever do to a mogwai? It's feed it after midnight. Question number 18, complete the movie title. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Question 18, complete the movie title. I Know What You Did Last Summer. Number 19, Carol Ann is a child character from which 1982 ghostly horror film? That was Poltergeist, where that thing comes out of the telly. Question 19, Carol Ann is a child character from which 1982 ghostly horror film? That was Poltergeist. And finally for this round, question 20, Goosebumps is a 2015 children's horror film based on what series of children's books? That was Goosebumps. Same title. Question 20, Goosebumps is a 2015 children's horror film based on what series of children's books? That is Goosebumps. The characters from the Goosebumps books comes to life and the author has to try and put them back in the books. Okay, we're going to move on to the pictures now, hopefully. There are 10 pictures. Each one of them is a character from a horror film. All you have to do is decide on who the character is. Not the film, the character. There we go. Third time lucky at getting the sound on. So that's picture number 1, which will be 21. Ah, there's me. For some reason I disappeared. So picture number 1, which is question number 21, name the character. Yes, see there's some kind of injury there of some kind. It's not a children's film. So picture number 1, which is question 21, name the character. Picture number 2. Again, we don't need the name of the film, we need the name of the character. Some of these are really easy, some of them are a little bit more tricky. You can see here there's some kind of transformation going on. He's turning into something. He looks a bit surprised by it, maybe terrified. Again, we don't need the name of the film, we need the name of the character. I think this was one of the first horror films I watched. It was very scary at the time. It's quite theatrical and comedy-like today, but at the time it was quite scary. Right, moving on to picture number 3, which will be question 23. Name the character. Should be quite straightforward, that one. It's got some kind of fang-like features going on here. A bit difficult to see in this picture. So picture 3, which is question number 23, name the character. Moving on to picture number 4, which is question 24. Once again, name the character. Another easy one here. Number 24, name the character. Moving on, picture number 5, which is question 25. A little fun doll, but we want to know the name of the character. While we mull that one over, My boot needs recharging. Okay, as you can see, I have a new beer. The previous beer was Brewdog's take on this one, which is Aldi's take on Brewdog. Let's see if they taste the same. While I pour that, I'll move on to picture number 6, which is question 26. Name, what's he doing there? He's a Christmas film. Well, picture number 6, name the character. Well, the Aldi version is a little bit flatter than the Brewdog's version. Doesn't quite have as much flavour either. Still quite drinkable though. So question number 26, or picture 6, name the character. Don't get him wet after midnight either. Number 27, which is picture 7. Again, we don't need the name of the film, that's quite obvious. We need the name of the character. His first name will do, simply because I can't remember his second name. I did have it written down, but I can't see where I've put it. Okay, I've been asked to give Guy Fawkes a mention. It's not his birthday tomorrow, but we could do with him being around again. So question number 27, name the character. Just think of what he says in that scene and it gives it away. Moving on to picture number 8, which is question 28. Once again, we don't need the name of the film, we need the name of the character. Seems to have some kind of knife-like implement going on there. And he's wearing a mask. And moving on, picture number 9, which is question 29. Once again, we don't need the name of the film, we need the name of the character. Question number 29, who is that character? And finally for this round, picture number 10, which is question 30, name the character. A bit more tricky this one. Or it is for me anyway. Might not be for you. But question 30, which is picture number 10, what is the name of that character? Once again, I was trying to use the computer mouse to move this screen instead of the, what do you call it, laptop pad thing. It is quite confusing. Give another moment. We need the name of the character. Okay, going to move on now. Well, that was embarrassing, wasn't it? Sound's back, don't worry. Sound is back on. So going back to question number 31. This is the Marmite round. Today it's just a simple true or false. I'm going to read out 10 facts about Halloween. You have to decide if they are true or whether they have just come out the back of a bull. I made them up. So question number 31. Halloween started as a 2,000-year-old Celtic festival called Samhain. That's spelt Samhain. Is it true or is it false? Question 31. Halloween started as a 2,000-year-old Celtic festival called Samhain, spelled Samhain. Is that true or is that false? Question number 32. Each year, Americans spend on average $147 on Halloween. Is that true or is that false? Question 32. Each year, Americans spend an average of $147 on Halloween. Is that true or is it false? Question 33. The Jack-o'-lantern is named after an Irishman called Pumpkin Jack. Is it true or is it false? Question 33. The Jack-o'-lantern is named after an Irishman called Pumpkin Jack. Is that true or is it false? Question 34. The US state of Illinois produces 5 times more pumpkins than any other US state. Is that true or is it false? I was kind of struggling for Halloween facts at this point. So question 34. The US state of Illinois produces 5 times more pumpkins than any other state. Is that true or is it false? Question 35. Michael Myers' mask in the film Halloween is actually a mask of Star Trek actor William Shatner. Question 35. Michael Myers' mask in the film Halloween is actually a mask of the face of Star Trek actor William Shatner. Is that true or is it false? Thanks for everyone who said there's no sound. I didn't realise. Of course it's back on now, as we all know. Question 35. Michael Myers' mask in the film Halloween is actually a mask of the face of Star Trek actor William Shatner. Right, sausage. Question number 36. So inophobia is the fear of Halloween. True or false? So inophobia is the fear of Halloween. That's spelt S-A-N-H-A-I-N. Phobia. Does that blooming...
Wasn't me.
Is it the that canary ghost has escaped out of the cage? Question 36. So inophobia, spelled S-A-M-H-A-I-N, phobia, is the fear of Halloween. Is that true or is that false? Trouble with the ghost of the canary up there, you can't really tell if he's escaped because he's invisible. Question 37. Trick-or-treating originated in America. That's the United States of America. Is that true or false? Question 37. Trick-or-treating originated in America. True or false? No. I can't scroll down on the page anymore. I was keeping them just above the screen by scrolling down, but I've reached the end of the page. So now I'm going to have to look over. Okay. Question number 38. The first mention of witches riding brooms comes from a short 1927 film simply called The Witch. True or false? Question 38. The first mention of witches riding brooms comes from a short 1927 film simply called The Witch. True or false? Question 39. A witch's coven is a gathering of 7 witches. True or false? Question 39. A witch's coven is a gathering of 7 witches. True or false? And finally, for the quiz and for this round, question number 40 in Bram Stoker's In Bram Stoker's Dracula, Dracula arrived in England at the port of Dover. Is that true or is that false? Question number 40. In Bram Stoker's Dracula, Dracula arrived in England at the port of Dover. Is that true or is it false? Okay, that's the end of the questions. I'll give you the answers in a sec. I'm just going to rewind the picture around. Since we're all going into this lockdown thing again, I'll start doing the quiz again. And the next one will be Sunday, as in the next Sunday. I'm going to try and do it at a little later time of 8 o'clock. Yeah, unless you want it to stay at 7, just let me know. I don't really mind. I'll make an announcement if it changes, but for now we'll have it at 8 o'clock on a Sunday. We don't have any details from the food bank yet. We don't know what they're doing. Of course, keep saving your non-perishable goods, and then either a collection will arrange, or you can take them down yourself. We're not entirely sure what's going to go on yet. So let's go back to the picture round, and we'll give you the answers. Okay, yes. Right, picture number 1, which was question number 21. That's Chucky, the doll from, I think it was the Child's Play films. Picture 1, which was question 21, that's Chucky. Number 2, again we wanted the name of the character rather than the name of the film, and that is Dave. If you found his full name or you remember his full name, that's great, but Dave is fine. And that's from An American Werewolf in London. His name was Dave. He was hiking with his mate Jack. And well, he got turned into one of them. Picture 3, question 23. That's Dracula. I'm not sure which film adaptation it's from, but it is Dracula. Picture 4, which is question 24, that is Frankenstein's monster. If it actually has a name, let me know. But it's known as Frankenstein's monster. I don't think it was ever given a proper name. Obviously, if you put Frankenstein, that's wrong. Frankenstein is the name of the bloke who created it. It was just called Frankenstein's monster. Picture 5, or question 25, it's Freddy Krueger. Number 6, picture 6, sorry, which is question 26. It's a Mogwai, I can't remember its name now. What is it? Gizmo, that's it. He's called Gizmo. Picture 7, which is question 27, that's Johnny. His second name begins with a T. Seeing as I can't remember it, then Johnny's fine. Johnny Trento, something like that. I did have it on the screen, but it seems to have disappeared. No, I'm totally wrong. It's Jack Torrance. Sorry about that, it's Jack. That's Jack Torrance, played by Jack Nicholson. So, yeah, well, there's always going to be one cock-up, isn't there? And today that was it. So that's Jack Torrance from the film The Shining. Number 8, picture 8, question 28. That's Michael Myers from Halloween. Picture 9, which is question 29, that is Slimer. I don't think he's got a surname. Slimer will do. Obviously he's from Ghostbusters. And finally, picture number 10, which is question 30, might have been a bit more tricky. That's Tiffany, who was the bride of Chucky. Again, don't think she had a surname. So, hope you enjoyed those pictures. We'll move on to the true or false now. Sound test, yes, excellent. Okay, so moving on to the true or false. Question number 31. Halloween started as a 2,000-year-old Celtic festival called Samhain. That's true, it did, apparently. So 31 is true. Number 32. Each year Americans spend on average $147 on Halloween. That's false. It's more like $90. Seems a bit of a pointless question when I think about it. Question 32. Each year Americans spend on average $147 on Halloween. That's false. The answer's closer to 90. Question 33. The Jack-o'-lantern is named after an Irishman called Pumpkin Jack. That's false. It was named after an Irishman, but he was called Stingy Jack. Question 33. The answer is false. Question number 34. The US state of Illinois produces 5 times more pumpkins than any other US state. That's true. Just happens to be where they grow best, I guess. So the answer to question 34 is true. Question 35. Michael Myers' mask in the film Halloween is actually a mask of the face of Star Trek actor William Shatner. That's true. Picked up in a joke shop or something, I think. Made the eye holes a little bit bigger. Didn't have much of a budget. So the answer to question 35, yes, it's true. The Michael Myers mask is a mask of Star Trek actor William Shatner. He said he was quite proud of it when he found out. Question 36, Samhainophobia, which is Samhain, phobia, is the fear of Halloween. That's true. So the answer to 36 is true. And number 37, trick-or-treating originated in America, USA. That's false, as we saw earlier. It was going on in Scotland a long time before that. So the answer to question 37 is false. And number 38, the first mention of witches riding brooms comes from a short 1927 film simply called The Witch. That's true. No, it's not. It's false. I made it up. It actually dates back to the 15th century. So 38. The first mention of witches riding brooms comes from a 1927 short film called The Witch. That's false. It dates back to the 15th century, that. Number 39. A witch's coven is a gathering of 7 witches. That's false. It's 13. So the answer to 39 is false. And finally, question 40. In Bram Stoker's Dracula, Dracula arrived in England at the port of Dover. Again, that is false. He arrived in Whitby. So, question number 40, the answer is false. Right, thanks everybody for playing. You can text or Facebook your scores. I'll hang around for a minute to read them out. And like I said, I'll be back on Sunday at 8 o'clock, and Helen should be joining us there, unless anything prevents us from doing it, obviously. And from then on, we're going to have to decide whether we go back to the Wednesday and Sunday format, or just keep it at the Sunday. I'll leave it up to you. I don't know. As always, the boots here. Nobby scored 31. Well done. Emma and John, playing down in Bracknell, scored 27. Well done. Matt and Mama, hello Mama, they scored 28. All good scores. I thought it was quite easy. Well, it's only easy if you know it, I suppose. Some of them I wouldn't get myself. Especially the Tiffany, Bride of Chucky. Never heard of that. Jay, 26. Well done. Excellent. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is close it down, and I'll see you back here on Sunday at 8 o'clock. From then on, we might go back to the Wednesday and Sunday. We might stick with the Sunday. I just don't know. I will let you know though. So everybody take care, and see you later. Thanks for playing. Okay, I think I forgot there is a short delay, so yeah, thanks Jay. See you next week. Cheers, Bat, Mama, and everybody else who played. Thanks, good night.